welcome to another BL3 video. I wanted to make like a playlist of, as many legendary weapons as I could find while farming different bosses and stuff. So, the first one I thought would be a good way to start this list would be with the Lyuda. And the one I got is awesome. And I don't know why people are saying, people put out builds like for flak at least, and they're saying that whole fadeaway skill and the gamma burst is the best things to use. Well, no, they're all good, okay? And this gun, basic, and many others actually prove this. So let's take a look at this, the Lyuda. It's a very powerful sniper rifle. It's a returning weapon, I believe, from number 2. And yeah, the red text says man killer. I know it has to do something, like, I don't know the complete back history to all the flavor text, red flavor text on weapons, so forgive me if I don't know that. But what this weapon does is when shot, after a certain distance, the projectile will split, okay? So instead of one shot, it'll actually end up being 3 shots. Now, what makes this one extra special, right, because in Borderlands 3, you got anointed weapons. So on action skill end, the next 2 magazines will have 50% additional bonus cryo damage. Now, it doesn't have to be cryo, but, any additional bonus damage is going to make this gun just amazing, considering it's non-elemental to begin with. So you got a little bit of an advantage going for you there. And the thing about, like I said, the whole flak thing there I was just mentioning, is if you use the racks, so flak will send out, 2, usually if you don't have the augment for it, but I have 4. But anyways, the point being, as soon as I activate that skill, the racks don't even have to return to me, and I will get that bonus damage. So we'll do a run or two on, a big old baddie like, say, the Grave Ward as an example, and then I'll show you on some other, enemies on Mayhem Mode 3. And that's probably what I'll test it on, is Mayhem Mode 3. And then obviously if it doesn't fare well on Mayhem Mode 3, it's safe to say it's, probably going to work a hell of a lot better on 1 or 2. Or even just true Vault Hunter mode. But yeah, let me show you how this performs. And hopefully, and I'll know as soon as I jump in here, right? Because another thing to keep in mind, right, is when you're on Mayhem modes, you got these things. Okay, so I'll start from the bottom. Enemies take 50% less damage from radiation damage, right? Minus from normal bullets, plus 70% elemental damage, right? And then, so, let's see. In this case, assault rifles and sniper rifles damage has been increased. And it also looks like it's been decreased, so it's balanced out, I guess. So let's see exactly how much damage this is going to do to this boss on Mayhem Mode 3. So as you've seen, I activated my action skill. Now my bonus damage is on the next 2 magazines. Pop up, aim at the crit, and we're just starting to melt them already. And so a quick way to keep that bonus damage going, right? Just use the skill again. Reload. Just like that. Make sure you're at the right distance. And what I usually do is toss a rain firestorm and use my action skill again. And since we did so much damage, he's going to go right to the next phase where he's going to do that fire attack and lift the arena. Once again, we wait for him to go like that. And remember, there's no real actual bonus damage from the Mayhem mode for snipers that was shown. So this gun is just working off its damage basically in any, maybe skills that I have equipped. That's the only thing really providing damage for it. But yeah, I find guns that have that either on the start of an action skill or on the end of an action skill for legendaries are very powerful in certain vault-like characters' hands. As you've seen, all I have to do is that basically. I just activate my action skill like that, and as soon as I send those birds out, I got that extra damage. Well, what did we get this time? A Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Ooh, something else to showcase later on in this playlist. Yes, this list will not be restricted to just guns. It will be guns, shields, grenades, you name it. Like shields, you know, kind of like this one. This Firestorm is just amazing. I'll showcase this right now, just for the hell of it, as a bonus. So the Rain Firestorm, right? The Firestorm is a returning grenade from number 2. And that beep you heard was my phone. But anyways, yeah, the Firestorm is a returning grenade from number 2. And it came into play when they added the Tiny Assault on Dragon Keep DLC. So what the Firestorm used to do originally was it would regenerate a grenade every so often, just automatically. But this one doesn't do that. I just like to point that out. From testing, they don't do that anymore. You have to get an anointed version. Like kind of like this right here, what I'm comparing it to. So on action skill, start right, regenerate 1 grenade. That's how you get free grenade regeneration without using a like a Vault Hunter skill, or a character skill, I should say. I just wanted to point that out real quick. But yeah, the Rain Firestorm is a very awesome grenade. Show you this real quick. So normally it would just drop down one of those, right? But because it's the rain, that's just 1 grenade. So you can just imagine, right? If you start chucking these things in an area full of enemies and they're not resistant to fire, oh yeah, they're gonna have a bad day. But yes, let's continue on. Like I said, that's just a little bonus legendary for you guys. Hope you appreciate that. And let's continue testing this. So as you've seen, if the boss conditions are good, right? When you're farming Mayhem Mode 3 with this weapon, yeah, it's gonna do good. Even if they have this minus 70% damage with normal bullets. And that's what my version of this gun is, right? I only get that cryo damage when I use the action skill. So let's go to, say, a trial, and I will show you some gameplay of that, of some enemies there. I'll see you guys when we get there. So here we are at the trial of Cunning. I figured it didn't really matter which trial, right? I just go to a trial and test it, show you what it's like on Mayhem Mode 3 against non-boss type enemies. So the enemies are going to fire 2 additional projectiles, and the thing to keep in mind here is these guys got 45% additional health, shield, and armor. And once again, minus normal bullet damage, but we get a little bit of negation to that because of the plus 45% normal bullet damage. So let's see how this performs. So remember, to get that extra bonus cryo damage, right, you gotta activate the action skill at least once. As long as I can aim, you know, and if I want, I can do that again. Kind of drop some fire down upon them. But if, like I said, it's all on your aim basically when it comes to a sniper rifle, right? If you can get those headshots, it's gonna make the difference. And just remember, every 2 clips is when you gotta activate your, as you can see there, he's getting frozen because my spider is only dealing corrosive damage, right? So even if the birds don't exactly hit, I just have to activate the skill, find my targets. Oh, see that guy down there. Got him. Like I said, I really like these, the guns that do that, that have that extra damage. So hopefully this helps you, you know, get an idea on how good the Lyuda can be, especially when you get an anointed version such as this one. It can be very, very helpful. And it all depends on the character you're using, right? Like this anointed version I obtained from a world drop, actually. Where did I get this? I got this from Grave Ward. Yeah, I got it as a world drop from Grave Ward. And that's where I get a lot of my, you know, the weapons you see here and stuff like that. I'm always trying to go for ones that have that bonus, 50% additional bonus damage of some kind. Um, this Stark Devoted, it's fire and cryo, so I can use the cryo right and get additional incendiary damage with the action skill. But if I want to, I can just have even more fire damage. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, I'm gonna try and make them quick little videos, showcasing each weapon, a little bit of what they do. I'll admit I don't know everything about every gun that's in the game right now, so if you do happen to notice that I missed an actual little bit of info or fact about the weapon, that's good to know. Like maybe the weapon does this for a certain reason or has extra crit damage, but it's not stated or something like that, right? Feel free to comment down below. Hopefully you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more BL3 List of Legendary videos. See you in the next one, guys.